Every country tells stories about itself. Some are inspiring, some are incomplete, and some are deliberately left out. On this show, we pull back the curtain, question the narratives, and explore the people, policies, and history shaping the America that we live in today. No spin, no filters, just honest conversation. I'm your host, Breezy, with my co-host, Des the Diva, and this is America, No Filter. A 15-year-old girl accused of stealing orange juice. A 14-year-old boy accused of stealing bottled water. A teenager killed at a track meet. Another teenager facing 35 years in prison. Different cases, different communities, different outcomes. Yet every one of these stories forced America to confront uncomfortable questions about race, justice, accountability, and how quickly we choose sides. Today, we're going to talk about the stories behind the headlines, whether healing is even possible. I'm your host, Breezy, with my co-host, Des the Diva, and this is America, No Filter. Gonna be a heavy one today, Des.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's been a week. It's been the last 2 weeks, really.
Maybe 3 weeks. I think the case with Cyrus was 3 weeks ago.
Right.
So yeah,
right.
about 3 weeks.
So we want to hop in and we'll start talking about Cyrus McCormack Belton, a 14-year-old boy by the way, not a man, he was a boy,
Baby.
Who went into a convenience store and thought about buying some bottles of water. And then thought better of it because, he was being followed all around the store by the store owner, her son, and eventually her husband. They all but accosted this young man as he was trying to purchase something. And he decided, you know what? I'm going to put this down. I'm going to walk away. From the video I saw, he was showing them that he didn't have anything in his hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
And he turned to leave, and they followed him outside of their property, leaving their store unattended.
Mm-hmm.
Cash register right there to go chase down a 14-year-old. Two grown men now chasing down a 14-year-old over allegedly stealing bottles of water, which we later found out was not even true. Shot this young man in the back and claimed self-defense. South Carolina, I'm going to need you to come to the front of the class. Because what the fuck? Shot this child in the back, claiming that he had a weapon. But even if that is true, he's the one being followed. He's the one being chased. He's the one being pursued. If anyone had a right to defend themselves, it was Cyrus.
It's him.
He was being hunted because they literally went out of their way. They said at least a football field's length away from the store. That's a long way to be following somebody.
That baby came out of his shoes.
May have done something, but didn't do anything. And that's the thing. The facts of the case are he didn't steal anything. So he literally died for nothing. And they say that Ricky Chow is not guilty. How the fuck does that math? What you think, Des? Because I can keep going.
And you notice that my hands keep moving. I'm super uneasy about the whole situation. I'm a cross between completely heartbroken that this happened to this baby, because in my mind I'm like, oh my God, what were his last moments like? He must have been terrified, and I'm pissed because Ricky Chow has a history of doing this to his store comers. You are absolutely correct. They left the store unattended. That was my absolute first. You literally are chasing somebody down for thinking they stole water. When on the tape, we can see him putting the water
cash register.
But you leave the cash register unattended. The Ricky Child's wife was leaning on some boxes watching that boy, and you're absolutely correct. He was hunted like an animal, and it makes me furious. It makes me furious that this is the reality we live in. And let's just say the boy did steal the water. How far removed from God are we as humans that this baby takes a bottle of water and you feel like he needs to pay for it with his life? Like, how far
This
removed
is what
from
happens
God?
when they don't value life, when
Absolutely.
they don't value our lives because, everything, people, why is this always about race? Because that's how America was built, baby. If you don't know that by now, I don't know what to tell you. Okay. America
Right.
was built on this separation of people via race and class, but definitely race.
Absolutely.
And so when your skin color is the weapon, baby, you always armed. It don't matter. You are always a threat, even with nothing in your hands. Because Cyrus could have had no gun.
Mhm.
No gun, it doesn't matter. He's walking away. He
Mhm.
is not a threat to you, and you are pursuing him. Feels real Trayvon Martin-y,
Mm.
real,
Mm.
real George Zimmerman, real you going out of your way to do something that ain't none of your business, thinking you know something that you don't know.
It
I mean,
feels
this
that
is like
way.
loud and wrong, but to the extreme,
These people are the cop, judge, and
right?
jury in
Because
their
they were
head.
wrong.
Absolutely.
They think so.
Absolutely.
They think so,
They're
right? And
thinking that they are
then
the cops.
our justice system allows them to continue to think so because of the way it reacts in these situations. Because, first of all, they're criminalizing Cyrus, right? Well, he had a weapon. So, how many people in America have weapons? Is it legal or illegal to have a weapon? And how loud are you guys about children having weapons when they're white mass shooters?
No, because then they got a
How
mental
loud are
issue.
you
The
then?
daddy wasn't at the home, and the mama
How
gave it to.
loud were we when Kyle Rittenhouse crossed state borders to go murder people, right? Which is a
A
felony.
felony.
And he was a child, and he had weapons he shouldn't have had. Like, what are we talking about? And this is the thing, like self-defense, I feel like only applies to people that are not black.
No, you
In
don't feel
America,
like it. That is the truth. That is the truth. It's not
right. They don't want
opinion.
us to be able
Yeah.
to defend ourselves
No, they
because
wanna be
us
able to
defending
do what they
ourselves is
can.
seen as a threat.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. They want to be able to treat us however they want without recourse or repercussion. They don't want us to get in the way of them hurting us or killing us. They want to be able to do that free and clear
Mhm.
without consequence.
And we're not mad
And then when you
enough
have
about it.
cases like this,
We're not mad enough about it for
think,
me.
no, I agree. I agree that we're not mad enough about it. But also, we see it so often that it desensitizes. That's the whole point of putting this kind of thing on the news over and over and over and over, because it's desensitizing people to Black death, right? Because
Yeah.
that's what you normally see on the local news headlines. Those are the stories that make the news. And that's why there are people that believe that Black people are the most violent, because that's what they see when they turn on the news. That's what the news tells them, even though that is not factually or categorically true in these here United States. Because by the numbers, it's white men.
Mhm.
But we don't see that enough on TV for the majority of people to believe that that is actually the truth.
It is white men in every category that counts. Rape, murders, white on white crime that they keep trying to give us black on black crime. White people is killing white people too. All of every robbery, everything
Killing their
that matters.
families,
Everything that matters, they are at the
pedophilia,
forefront
all
every
of
time.
it.
And this is researchable information. We're not making these numbers up. These are things you
Google
can
it.
easily Google. Easily Google.
Google it. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But yet we're treated like a threat. Our babies are treated like a threat. And to your point, I do agree. I think we are numb. I think that right around the time that shit was getting ready to hit the fan, they told us woke was a problem. So it seemed like lots of niggas went to sleep. And they're having we're not we're not as woke as we used to be. Oh, they don't want us to be woke no more. We'll leave that alone. That's because
I don't know who them niggas are, but it ain't me.
it ain't me. It
Yeah,
ain't
I
me or
don't.
anybody
It's
associated
like,
with America No Filter, because this is why we need platforms like this, because there are so many people that are now just moving through the issues like, oh, it's okay. No, it's not okay. It's only going to get worse. Today it was Cyrus, tomorrow it may be somebody we know. You just never
hmm
know. And
yeah,
we are not mad enough about this for me. We are not. I am so
yeah.
emotional about
No,
this.
I agree.
Like I
I
can't even
think
sit
that
still. Like, oh my
this is
God.
also part of the plan. This is very, very on brand for America. This is very on brand for Trumpism and Project 2025 and all of that. I
Yeah.
mean, so one of the things that they talk about, and not that this murder was committed just to help with this, but it's just one more thing. When they flood the zone with all of this, negativity, all of these, a war here, we're dropping bombs there, we're kidnapping presidents, we're doing this, there's Epstein files and eating kids and da, 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 da. When it's all this
Baby.
stuff, it's hard to have enough outrage for any one specific thing, because every day is a shock. Every day it's something else. And that also helps desensitize, because it's just like, goddamn, like, I mean, I don't have enough bandwidth to be morally outraged by everything, because it's all the things, it's everything all at once. And
You
that's
are
exactly
correct.
how they want to do this,
You're absolutely
right? And
correct.
so it's like, well, I want to be mad about what happened to Cyrus. I want to be mad about what happened to Carmelo. I also want to be mad at, you know, the way these AI factories are taking people's water. I want to be mad at people in detention centers. I want to be mad at the way that ICE is running. I want to be mad at the president and all of his cabinet and all the criminals that he runs with. I want to be mad at, the fact that, people associated with Epstein are all walking free, right? I want to be, there's so many things, I want to be mad at, bombing Iran, right? I want to be mad at bombing Nigeria and all the wherever else. Like, I want to be mad at all the things, but it's like there's so many things
Baby, when didn't nobody get
all the
mad
time.
enough for me about this man chewing on the children, I knew we were doomed. Because if did nothing else piss you off, the man ate the children, and there were descriptions of what the children tasted like in the Epstein files. Baby, if that wasn't enough to grind your gears, I knew then we were in serious trouble. They were going to be able to do, because
Listen,
it's only so many of us that's this damn outrage. It's only so many of us. It's only so much so many of us can do when the masses is not trying to get behind us. They'll kill us off
well,
and go on
I
to
think for
whatever the
me,
hell's next. Hmm?
yeah, I think for me, when pedophilia is no longer a bridge too far for people, like, I don't even know what else to tell you. I don't even know what else to tell you. Like, how are we okay with this? Everybody is okay with this? Like, I mean, all of these white men in leadership that are getting in legal trouble for their associations with children and everything that's found on their computers or whatever else the case may be. It's like, it's a lot of y'all out here doing this crazy stuff. And like,
Children and dogs.
that's not a problem. It's not a problem. You know why it's not a problem? Because there's still laws on the American books that allow, grown men to marry children. So it's like, no, this is just America unmasking itself. This is the unfiltered America that
Yeah.
people have that black people have been said existed, but nobody else really believed it. Then now they starting to believe it, because it's like it's been this way. Like, when I hear people say, "I can't believe this is who we've become." Oh, no, 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 no! You're not becoming this. This is who you've always been. This is who
Mhm.
America has always been underneath it all. This is the real America that you're getting to see right now, not the idealized land of the free, home of the brave, land of opportunity. That is propaganda. That is what they want you to believe. And that's an ideal I think that most people want to aspire to.
Mhm.
Not enough. Didn't Kinder
Not
say it's not
enough.
enough? It's not enough that wants to, do the things to make that a reality. I mean, there's just a lot of people that are okay in the depravity that they are used to. And it's crazy to me. Crazy that you have somebody who was a felon before getting into office. We always think about politicians as being criminals once they're in office, but doggone it.
And the
This man had
kids
34
know.
felonies before he got there, and nobody had a problem with that. They have a
The
problem with
the
that.
the children even know. Like,
I
it's
mean,
so
sexually assaulting
widespread.
people.
Even if that man never got a
Yeah,
felony, he got up there
well,
on TV and made inappropriate comments about his daughter, and then went on to let us know exactly where he liked to grab women. He's such a widespread toxic ass man. The children know that he's toxic. I was in a store yesterday with my stepdaughter, and I was telling her why we boycott certain stores, because we don't really hide anything from them. We tell the truth. So I was telling her why we boycott different stores, and she said, "No, the person that's doing us wrong is the man in the White House with the 32 felonies." And I just looked at her and I'm like, "How do you know that?" And she said, "He betrays us. He's betraying us." And
mhm.
I listen to what's being said, and I pay attention, and I know that he is not a safe man. She's 8.
And he is not. And he
She's
is
8.
not.
And the
But
reality that she lives
yeah,
in as an 8-year-old, she has to know that the president, the person that holds the highest job in her damn country, is the most unsafe person for her. And she's 8. It
right.
is that broke my. Now I'm not gonna lie to you. When she said it, I giggled. But if you could hear this child talk, you would understand. It kind of made me giggle because the way she said it. But then when I sat and I pondered on it, she's 8 and she already sees reality better than most damn adults.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's a credit to you and her dad and just, awareness, right?
Thank you.
Because a lot of people do want to hide the truth or not really want to talk about it. Whenever I see anybody that says that they're not political, I'm like, the fuck wrong with you? What you mean? How can you not be? Especially right now. Listen, you could put your head in the sand like an ostrich if you want to, but that doesn't mean that if they roll this back all the way before 1865, that you won't be out there in them fields
And
because you
that's
got your
what
head
I'm
in the
doing.
sand. You just gonna pull your head out the sand to slavery. I'm not really trying to do that.
You're right.
I'm not trying to do that. And be unserious if you want to. Think this is just all going to go away because it's not. It's
Mm-mm.
it's going to continue just the way that it is going because they have a plan and they are working that plan.
Mhm.
And we have very few, if any, politicians willing to do anything about it in this moment, which is crazy.
And it
Crazy.
was
Everybody wants to pretend
never.
like they don't have any power or that they don't have any options, and they do. Like y'all need to be calling for impeachment every day. Every day. Like as soon as you guys get in and call order, somebody need to call for impeachment every day.
Hello.
Because the amount of crimes that have been committed during this, I'm not even going to call it administration, this regime is too many for me to count on any of the hands and feet that I have. There's more than 20, well more than 20,
Mhm.
and it's like, yeah, you're right. People ain't mad enough. They're not.
Mm-mm.
I mean, and then you have, a country like Albania. They turning the fuck up over there. What?
Or
You
less.
sold some of our protected national land to Jared Kushner and Ivanka? Oh, we gonna burn this bitch to the ground.
They said
And
ain't
you can
nobody
be
gonna
in
have
it. We don't
nothing.
care.
Hmm.
They burn his house down.
They
I'm
burn the
like,
house
that's
down
how you fucking, you know?
because they can go on and let them
Meanwhile, we got a UFC match going on at the White House.
on the damn front
What
line.
we even
That man been chopping that White House up since he got in there, baby. He been chopping that White House up since day one. He keep changing the
and
name of
everybody, all
shit.
these America First people, like, is that what you meant when you said America First?
Hello.
You chopping up the White House? Y'all don't care about that? To create this ballroom that he doesn't need? Y'all don't care about that. But like I said, it's like, what do you care about? Like, your hatred is so deep that you can't see how much this is hurting you. That's crazy as hell.
Girl, they ain't gonna do nothing
But
but tell you
he
Obama did
does
it.
like them dumb.
They're not gonna do nothing but tell you Obama did it.
It's always
Everything.
Obama.
Obama, everything. In reference to
Yeah.
this
So,
child case, how do you feel about the
mhm.
boycotts that have been
Ricky Chow.
the Ricky Child? How do you feel about the boycotts that have been going on?
Listen, I'm all for it. All for it. And the reason that I'm all for it is because when Asians came to America, thanks to Black people and all of the fighting that we've been doing for equality here, you're welcome. When when they came here, they were not allowed to be in white neighborhoods, white areas. They were only allowed to have business in Black neighborhoods. So the people that sustain you, the people that make your American dream a reality, are the people that you look down on the most. Literally, almost all of your livelihood comes from Black people. But then you don't respect us when we come to your establishments. Treat us like we are a bother or a burden to you. Say less. We could be about this motherfucker. You could be in the neighborhood, nobody come through, see how long your business lasts. Because this could be a very symbiotic relationship, very mutually beneficial, because they know what it's like to be oppressed just like we do. Except when they get here, the proximity to whiteness and being considered that model minority is such a high for them that they forget that they're not white. So, because the system sometimes treats them as though they were Ricky Chow, cool. If you don't respect us, we do not have to spend our trillions in spending power every year with you. We could literally spend it anywhere else. Then the crash outs as a result of us saying that, that's crazy. But not surprising. Not surprising. Because why are you getting mad at us? Because we choose not to spend money with y'all. Because I don't hear enough people condemning Ricky Chow from the Asian community. I've heard some. Not going to say I haven't heard any. But it's not enough. Not enough. And if y'all are real allies, then you understand that shooting a child in the back over water is crazy. Crazy. It's not okay. It's not justified. It's crazy. They didn't have anything in their store worth Cyrus's life. Not one thing. Not one item on their shelf was worth the life of a child.
Not
And
even a
yet,
cash register.
They took his life anyway. Right? So it's just like, if you don't value us and we decide not to patronize any of your anything, we'll see how much value your stores hold when no one comes.
I think we need a lifestyle change. I don't think it needs to be a boycott. We need to stop dealing with them altogether. We need to go ahead and figure out where all the Black-owned everything is and circulate the dollar back to each other, period. We need a lifestyle change. This can't be a temporary for this moment thing any further because, like you mentioned at the top of the show, this happened in the 90s. We are in 2026, and those two stories damn near mirror each other.
They absolutely mirror each other.
Temporary is not enough. The crash out that I've been seeing people, I'm not surprised by the way that people are crashing out. I wish I could respond to all of them because
that's because the people that are crashing out.
Go ahead.
The people that are crashing out because they know how much Black people spend.
Absolutely.
They know.
Absolutely.
And they know that their lifestyle would absolutely take a nosedive off the Empire State Building if we really pull off all of our money.
And it's crazy.
They're going to have to circle the wagons and just sell to each other. Like,
right.
Listen. Okay. So Target thought they could play with us too. Target thought they could play with Black people. And what happened?
They took a nosedive.
Their stock tanked. So like, y'all already know. You've literally seen this before. You've literally seen this story before last year when Target wanted to act a fool. And you see what happened. And y'all want to play in our face. Okay, you say what you said. Because I've seen a couple of, there was the one Asian guy and another Asian female saying it with their whole chest. Okay.
I will say this too, and this is in reference to us specifically, and when we're going to tape something and we've discussed what we're going to tape, I often speak to people in my community and ask them their opinions as well and their ideas before we tape, just to kind of get an idea of what the community thinks of these different topics. So when I spoke to a few people in the community, I got mixed reactions. I got some people saying that they don't go to Black businesses because of how the Black owners treat their people when they come in. And I haven't had that specific experience in Black businesses, just because usually if I go to a Black business, it's something that I either know the people or there's a reason I'm there. If that's the case, and we need to do better at treating our people better, or maybe we need better business management or something. We need to gear towards elevating our business styles. That being said, these Asian people been hurry up and buying our asses since they've been putting shit in our neighborhood, and we continue to go to their establishments. We continue to patronize their businesses, but we put the most critical rules on our own people when it comes to spending our money with them, and that shit needs to stop too. I'm not saying take abuse from anybody, because our people do need to treat us right too. But if you know you finna go spend $100, $200, $300 on some Gucci pants, why can't you spend that same 100 in your friend's store? Why do they have to give you a discount? Why does it have to be less because they're black? Why, brother to brother, sisters, you should charge us that. Why shouldn't they? Why shouldn't they? That doesn't make any sense to me. You're an artist. I love your art. I will eventually have you make something for me. I don't expect to get a discount. I'm going to pay you what you worth because you're an artist. Your time, your love, your energy, your sweat, your tears, everything about you goes into that piece. Why would I not pay my sister instead of putting that money in the hands of somebody else? That about our
I think it's a
community,
mindset shift that needs to happen.
it has to. I used to do hair. I don't do hair anymore because of how black people used to try to backdoor me with the payments. They want to get halfway through the head and say, "Oh, girl, I only got half now. Can I give you half later?" No, because you took all my work out of me right now. They treat their own people like like we're less than, but we'll go put all that money in Gucci, Louis, Fendi, Prada, and the Asian
You know
people's
what? I
name.
mean, as I'm thinking about that right now, I think it's a multi-layered issue. Like pretty much everything. I think that one, historically and culturally, we have bartered with each other for things, right? Everything wasn't always cash value. Let's think about enslavement, right? How there was a community, but you lean on each other. Well, I've got this talent thing. I can do this thing. I can do this thing well. You can do that thing. So hey, you're good with the chickens. Can I get eggs from you? And then I'm gonna bring you some pies because that's the thing I do, right? And then that was kind of how we paid each other, right? And then also we didn't always have money, so there was a hookup element, but it was like in exchange for me giving you this, I need that, and we would look out for each other in that way. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that some of that is still part of this, right? Some of that is
Okay.
still part of this conversation, even through our DNA, right? But I think the other part of it is very white supremacist culture that we've internalized, right? Because we've internalized that value in items and goods come from people that are not black, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you can go to a Gucci store and you will pay whatever the price that Gucci says that it costs, right? But if you go to a black designer or black artist, you'd be like, why does it cost so much? We don't value mentally the work of each other because we have always historically been told, right, that we are the least among everybody else. Everybody else is here, middle, and then we're here down at the bottom. So if we're down at the bottom, how are you at the bottom charging up top white people prices? That's how we
Mm-hmm.
look at it. Because we don't feel like our value is the same as the value here. I think some people internally still think that way, right? They don't value because they think, well, it's made by a black person, so it's automatically less. Because that's what we've been told. That's part of the conditioning, the brainwashing in our society, that we are the lowest among everybody else. And so I think that's where a lot of people have a problem, is because internally they believe that to a degree. That if it's black, then the quality isn't going to be as good. If it's black, then it's not going to be as good as if it were produced by somebody else. And that's where narrative, storytelling, and history all come into play. Because once enslavement in America ended, what did they say about us? They said that we were lazy, stupid, right? Slow, incapable. It's ironic that you would have people do all of the hard labor, all of the intellectual work to come up with these different machines and things to make work more efficient, right? Run your entire household for you, cook all of your meals. And then as soon as you have to pay those people, they're ignorant, stupid, dumb, low, da 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 da, everything negative. Once they no longer work for free. See what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
that's not the truth of who we are. That's who they told us that we are.
Mhm.
And if enough people believe it, they start internalizing that, right? But if you knew that the people that they selected, right, from the coasts of Africa to bring over here, they selected for specific purposes, for their abilities and skills of the things that they could do better than anyone else.
Yeah.
These are not the things that we're told. They specifically went to the coast of West Africa and found people that were good at things that they needed here. The
Mhm.
iron workers, right? That I studied a little bit about, for a week at Montpelier. Master craftsmen, the best of the best.
Mhm.
But that's not what we hear about ourselves. We think if we made it, then the quality must not be so good. But we need to understand that if we made it, the quality is excellent.
It's elite.
And because we don't think that way, top tier. But we don't think that way about ourselves even. So some of that is just internalized ways of people that we think about ourselves. We're not as good as, because they tell us that, right? And if you believe it, it becomes your truth.
Mhm.
But if you believe something else, that can also be true, right? So I think it's a lot of things. It's not just one thing, but I think history has so much to do with the present, right? And we keep going back to it, like the Latasha Harlins case, and how it mirrors exactly what happened with Cyrus,
Mhm.
right? And no accountability there either, which is another reason why it echoes so strongly. And for those that don't know, Latasha Harlins was a 15-year-old Black girl who had gone to a convenience store in her neighborhood, right, to buy some orange juice. The store owner, a white Asian woman, I guess she thinks she's white, an Asian woman, thought she was stealing, accused her of stealing. Latasha had the money for the orange juice in her hand. That woman shot Latasha in the back of the head and killed her. And I think she got probation, like
She's
3 years
getting
probation or something like that,
probation.
some community service, and that's it. That's it. So that's why this case with Cyrus McCormack Belton feels so familiar, because we've
Mhm.
been here before. It's the devaluing of Black life,
And
right?
we gonna be
And
here
the lives of
again.
Black children. Because can you imagine a Black store owner shooting a white kid in the back of the head over some orange juice?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. They gonna burn the
Death
store
penalty
with the man in it
in any state that allows it. You know what
to
I'm
the
saying?
ground.
In any state that allows it, they would be looking for the death of this person, the store owner. Okay,
The store owner wouldn't have made it out
but
the
that
store because
takes
they
us
would have
to
burnt that store down with the man in it. The Klan
so
is
yeah,
everywhere.
and that's the thing too with the Latasha Harlins case. The security footage showed that she had the money. She had the money.
Well,
Killed her anyway,
With the Cyrus
but no
case,
prison time.
the only reason why they're saying that he got off was because he administered CPR. I am convinced that that son shot that baby and his father administered the CPR and they hoping that he would at least keep him alive. So his son did go to jail, and they devised that plan to say the daddy did it. I'm not the only person that thinks that way because I posted it, and a lot of people were like, "Yeah, duh, we all think that." I'm convinced that son did it. I'm convinced.
I don't know. I
I
don't
got
necessarily
some.
think that.
I mean, it's just a theory, but I'm convinced the son did it. And there was some comments today in my that I had received that people were telling me, excuse me, that they took the son is gone. Because remember, this young man has been passed on for 3 years. This story happened in 2023. We're just hearing
Hmm.
about it because the trial is just going on now.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people are confused about that as well. But
Well, the
this
trial was
happened.
like 3 seconds long.
Girl, lickety split, lickety damn split. But I'm convinced the son did
Yeah.
it. I'm convinced the son did it. I am even after watching the tape, there was a rage in that son's face that I can't explain, but I do
But
read
you've also
energy.
seen the recordings of the father fighting people in the store.
Yeah, I don't deny. I
Daddy
mean,
got issues
they
too.
both ran after him. Somebody was going to harm the little boy either way. I just think the son did it. The daddy took the rap, probably because he's gotten off on this before, so he's like, I got it. I really think the son did it. I really do.
I don't know.
And it's so unfortunate because if he did, they both got free. They're not gonna go back. They didn't even do ballistics on the son, so that baby ran out his shoes and his stuff was all over I don't know how the store's still standing.
The store, I saw some video. The store was being protected by a shit ton of police officers.
Burn their ass
Cop
up too.
cars were lined up because they were stating that the store was no longer owned by the Chows. Now, I don't know who owns it.
Mm.
Probably somebody Asian still,
Probably their cousin.
but it's no longer owned by them. Probably. I wouldn't be surprised. I'd like to keep the money in the family like they don't want us to do, right? Like they're
Mhm.
enraged about us for even stating that we would keep our money with each other. How
Mhm.
dare you? So yeah, I know that the father, Ricky, whatever, that ain't your name, but anyway, has a history of fun. Well, because they like to Americanize, aka whiteify themselves.
That's not his name. We know.
Okay, no, because it's like I don't know how you pronounce it, but it's like Chikei. That's his real name. So Rick, whatever. He's got a history of this, right? Like he literally, there's video of him fighting someone in the convenience store that he, I guess, maybe thought was stealing. I don't even know. I don't have the background, but he is literally in a physical altercation with somebody inside of his store. And then there is another reported incident of him shooting at a car as it was driving away. 6 bullets. That's
Mhm.
crazy.
Mhm.
That's crazy. And that happened, both of those incidents are prior to the incident with Cyrus.
Mhm.
So, how then, again, can you say not guilty? That's wild. But I do feel like static. And that's why I looked over at you and you were like,
Mhm.
so I think, it's hard to claim self-defense when you're pursuing someone. Like that doesn't even register. It doesn't even make any sense. Like, how can you be in fear for your life if you are the aggressor? But again, when your skin is the weapon, you
Yeah.
don't have to really do anything. You're just existing. And that in and of itself is the threat. That's the threat. Like, I want to know who's on the jury. Because,
I
like,
did
were
not
there
see the
cameras?
jury.
I don't think there were cameras there either.
Mm-mm.
And then the Carmelo Anthony case,
Mm.
no cameras. That one is. I mean, they're both terrible. They're both terrible. But I think the father of
Needs his ass whooped.
the bully who got killed,
Austin.
he's gonna mess this. He's messing all kinds of stuff up for them right now. His mouth is too
Reckless.
big, too big. Go ahead and do it because it's going to give them all the fuel that they need because this is crazy. First of all, like when I heard all white jury, I was like, this is a wrap. Period. And what kind of defense attorney do you have that would allow that? So that was my first 2 questions. When I heard all white jury, I was like, where's his defense attorney? Why would he ever allow an all white jury in Texas? And and I would say that I think the fix was in for that whole entire case
Mhm.
because they wanted to see him be guilty. So, and then I don't know how factually true it is, but I know that I've seen photographs and they have not been said that they were AI, but of the DA, the dad, Metcalf, and then the judge together.
Mhm.
Like at some kind of party or something. And so that's a direct conflict of interest. If you know the judge personally, he should not be and the DA, they should not be adjudicating your kid's case or a case against the person who supposedly, took the life of your son. That's a conflict of interest. And the judge should have recused himself, and the DA should not have been involved in the case either. He should have also recused himself. And then what the hell kind of lawyer did they get for their kid?
A
Now, I
white
know
one.
I heard from the parents that they were saying that they were forced to or kind of pushed to get this specific person as their son's lawyer, told not to speak publicly, whatever, whatever. There's nothing in me that would have gotten a white man to defend my child. In that case, I don't care what you say. Get Ben Crump on the phone.
Where is crime?
I am not holding, my kid's future in the hands of some random white person. In this racially charged case in Texas, absolutely not. Absolutely not. So I don't know what that was all about, but I already know that they filed an appeal already. They've
I
already
saw
filed an
that.
appeal. So,
I saw that.
as they
I
should. And a lot of people are getting involved. You were
I
telling me about Cardi B and some other people?
Cardi B and Charleston White. I try not to do too much on the parents because I don't even know what the hell that it could even possibly feel like to have your child being accused of murder when they were defending themselves, because they're like, what the hell do you tell your kids? We got one baby that ran and is gone, and now we have this baby who defended himself, which is what we're taught to do, and now his life is gone. What do you do? So I can't even imagine what the parents are
The
feeling in
damned
this.
if you do, damned if you don't. Yeah.
Precisely. Now, I can imagine what the parents are feeling in this very moment, but what I do know is the videos that I have been seeing white people make have been having me to remember that I do have a normal corporate job, and I need to be very specific with how I say things online, since people like to get you fired, because I want to respond to all of them. I saw one man and he said, "Thank you, Jesus. Now the Metcalf family can get all that money." Y'all never want to see a black person up. And this is probably what that really was about. I'm not really sure if that family has had money prior to, but they're saying the Metcalf family is thinking of doing a civil suit now, and that they'll be able to get the money because of when it happened, Carmelo was 17. So his parents will be liable. So they're going to sue the family. Y'all sure the hell love to see black pain. It's like y'all get a high off of black pain. And I've been wanting to
They
respond
do.
to every single video that I have to put the phone down that I see, because I'm going to get nasty. I deal with I have a job that really don't, but still, as nasty as I want to get, I might get in trouble for something I say online. So I'll be trying to like hold it in. I'm sick of hearing them say this is not about race. It is damn sure about race. It is always about race, and we are not the ones making it about race. We would love for it to be
Yeah.
anything but race at this point. We do not want to go our entire damn life defending the skin that we are in. Anything but race would be
Yeah.
great right now. Like, come on.
Yeah. No, I mean, the same people. And I saw another content creator do something, and he was like, we don't want you to ride on the front of the bus because you're black. We don't want you to drink out of this water fountain because you're black. We don't want you to be in school with us because you're black. We don't want you to do this because you're black, because you're black. And then turn around and be like, why are you guys always making it about race?
Oh my God. How do Cardi B say it?
What? When is it not? Jesus.
Like, oh my God, we do
When is
not
it
get a
not?
damn break. From
So,
the time you're born, you do not get a break. About 5 years old, when kids are actually starting to realize what they hear in their home, anything before that, that's the break. Because everything after that is about race. Everything,
mm,
I mean, hell,
yeah.
I'm not sure what state this was in, but I saw a video the other day of a white teacher, an art teacher, hanging a baby from a damn makeshift noose from the TV to
Florida.
prove a point. Like, baby, what kind of point are you proving? Hanging up.
She said that she was trying to get the kids' attention.
You got it all right, lady.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
what is your fucking problem? Like, we would love to go at least one day and not have to panic when our children are not in our sight, because we don't know if they're going to make it home. We don't know if somebody going to beat them at school because they're black. We don't know if they're going to be hurt on the walk home from school. We don't know. You at least can breathe when your kids are gone, because like, if the school gets shot up, their ass did it. I'm sorry. The truth is the
Mm.
truth. But we would
Yeah.
love to have that break. Like,
Yeah. But I mean, we can't even, even black joy is something that pisses white folks off.
piss them off.
I heard something that happened over this last week in Georgia. A black family was having a family reunion. A bunch of people were outside together, just kind of, talking and laughing. And some random white guy, their neighbor, ran by and just opened fire. I
In
mean, elderly
gear.
people there, children there, and everybody in between. Like, what?
He
That's
geared up
crazy. That's
to do
literally
it.
crazy. Yeah, he left. Yeah, and then came back in some tactical gear. Yeah, and started shooting up the place. Now, thankfully, they had some shooters with 'em, the black family, and they was like, "Oh, we gonna, get the elderly and the kids out of harm's way, and we're gonna shoot back." That guy was shot. He was apprehended and taken to jail. But it's like, black joy piss you off? Like, what don't make you angry? Because pretty much everything. Like, we with you, you mad. We not with you, you mad. So it's like, what do you want from us? You don't want us around. And then when we say, okay, fine, then y'all are like, well, wait. It's like, we have to have somebody to feel better than. And if you go, then who are we gonna feel superior to? So we need y'all to stay. And it's like, no, don't nobody want that. I mean, honestly, like, integration was probably one of the worst things that happened to black people in this country. But
Yep, I agree.
hindsight is 2020, right? You can look back and make that assessment. I wasn't alive when they decided to integrate, but
I've always said
it's
that.
exhausting.
I've always said that, though. I do feel like that was the worst damn decision we made. Integration and sending women to work. What the hell? Two worst damn decisions we made. We didn't even need to get on that bandwagon, because that send women to work shit was white women. They was the one having the issue. You should let them have that damn issue. We didn't need to do all that. But that integration, baby, that's the hill we gonna die on, because we should have never did that. I've been saying that. And I know it sounds bad, and I'm not gonna too much defend myself on my feelings, but I definitely think that was one, because when we are together and we are strong and we put all of those superior talents together, we thrive. And the minute they see that thrive,
And they hate that too. And then they gonna bomb that, burn it down, whatever. Like, so it's like, I mean, you've got people that are like, well, you guys if you just built your own thing, we'd leave you alone. No, you wouldn't.
No, you won't.
That's the thing. Like, so we've been asking to be left alone probably for centuries. For centuries, we've just leave us alone. That's it. That's it. And you can't do it. You can't do it. That's why, I mean, you see in a lot of these leave black people alone videos, because y'all always in our business. It don't matter what we doing. It don't matter. You feel like you have to be a part of it, or you have to understand like what we doing, or why are we doing it? Like, I mean, that happened when I was on vacation. Really? I had 3 of those incidents where it was some random white person just getting in my business because they just want to know. And it's like, but why? Because I definitely am not going to go out of my way if I see 2 white people sitting on the beach talking under a beach umbrella. I'm not going to be like, well, what are you guys doing over here talking? How do you know each other? That happened to me. What do you mean, how do you know each other? Why is that any of your fucking business?
Did that actually happen to you?
Are you the know each other police?
Someone asked you that?
To me. Absolutely.
Yeah, hell no.
A white woman in a bright pink bikini came up under my little hut with her kids in tow, asking me and my vacation bestie how we knew each other. Why is that any of your business? And proceeded to let us know that she was listening to our entire conversation, because that's how she started. She said, I heard what you guys were talking about, and I want to know how you guys know each other. I'm like, we're not even in America. And white people bring their white people American audacity goddamn where? Bitch, we are in the Dominican Republic, and you brought that with you here? Sure did. How do you guys know each other? How do you not know when each other's birthday is? And her birthday was this, and his birthday was that. Damn! You was really listening to our conversation, weren't you? I didn't even notice that you existed before you materialized up under my little pavilion. I didn't even know you were a person. Like, I have not seen you before. I don't know you, but you felt real comfortable and cozy. And it's like, that wasn't the first time. That was the 3rd time. Right? And so it's just like, that's crazy to me. Because why? What was the point of that? Just being nosy in other folks' business. And that is very on brand, especially for white America. You just got to know. Well, what's going on over here? You guys seem like you guys are having a good time. And, well, I'm not here. Why are y'all having such a good time? Bitch, because you ain't here. We don't owe you anything, but there's so much that white people feel like we owe them. Like, we just got to explain ourselves at every turn. It's fucking crazy. Explain ourselves in the convenience store. Where is this? Where is that? Why do I always have to explain what I'm doing to you? Do I know you? Are you my mom? Do you pay any of my bills? Why I gotta no? It's weird. It's weird, white folks. When y'all do that shit, it's weird.
But it's also weird when they ask us where shit at is in the store. You know I don't work here. I don't even have on Walmart colors. I got a damn sundress on. Why are you asking me where this shit is at? I don't work here. Why are you asking me that?
You're black. You must know this is like your kind of store, right?
Because they look for a reason for us to service them in any occasion. No matter what we're doing, they are looking for a reason for us to be of service to them. I'll walk right past your ass. Don't ask me where something at in the store in Walmart because I don't know. I had a white lady do my hair like this the other day at my sister's graduation. I almost died. Why are you petting me? Like, what is your problem?
That part.
Don't touch me. Like, if I turn around,
what it is.
If I turn around and I knock you out, then I'm wrong.
And smack her, then you be wrong, right? Yeah, then you the angry black woman. Yeah,
they want to ask me 100 questions every time. She did my hair like this. Oh my God, how do you get this in here? It doesn't matter, baby, because we're not doing it to you. You're not getting your hair like this. Don't matter how I got it in here. Don't matter how long it took. Don't matter how long it's going to stay. Don't touch me. Like, what is your problem?
Yeah.
Why is that so fascinating to you?
I don't know. If you feel like we're inferior, why do you care so much about everything we do?
Why are you touching inferior people?
That's weird. That's weird. Because, like, if that woman did not force herself into our space, I would not have even known that she was at the beach. Like, when I tell you, I do not see you. And it's not that I don't see color. I do. But I am not focused on you. I'm focused on relaxing and my enjoyment and the conversation, right? And the atmosphere, right? Like, I am not focused on you or your kids or your husband or what y'all got going on. None of my business.
Girl, coming up to somebody
I could care less.
Coming up to somebody and telling them, hey, I was listening to your whole conversation is the boldest shit I've heard all week. So she was already.
And how do you know each other? That was the follow-up. First of all, okay, so my vacation bestie, hey boo, his mama was there with us. And oh my gosh, so they're Puerto Rican from New York. And mama was about to turn up. Josefina wasn't about to play. Who is this? And then she started going off in Spanish. He had to be like, hey, ma, I got this, ma. I got this. And he politely dispatched her and got her on her way. But mama was starting to, who are you? Why you come under here? She was about to go off. And I was like,
I don't blame her.
I was going to let her. He stopped her. But I'm like,
I don't blame her.
Because what are you coming over here questioning us for? Why are you questioning her? You know us? No, you don't. You just going to question some strangers on a beach. That's crazy. Ain't said a word to you. Ain't even looked in your direction. Don't even know where your direction is. Like, literally, it was like she just appeared like some toxic fairy. And then just started talking. I'm like, look, I ain't had that much to drink. Like, where the hell you come from?
When you're black, you're never alone.
Just nosy.
Because there's always a white person
you're
all
never
up
alone.
in your business.
That is exactly what we said when she walked off. I was like, when you're black, you're never really alone. And he bust out laughing. And I was like, see? Because what was that? I would never ear hustle on somebody's conversation like that and then just walk up to them. Huh? What? When you're black, you're never really alone. There's always going to be some white person always up in your business. Unsolicited, uninvited. Just
and
all up in your
when
face.
You address it, they want to tell you they're not racist. They don't see color. It's not about race and and all these. Just don't do it. If you think about it,
don't see color people are racist
as hell.
Because color is part of who I am. If you don't see this, then you got some other problems.
You got another issue going on. Because
you can't pretend like it doesn't exist. Pretending like it doesn't exist doesn't make it go away. So
you can't talk
whenever
to
somebody
me.
says I don't see color, I'm like, yeah.
You can't talk to me.
I mean, I literally have brown skin. So if you can't see that, we ain't got nothing else to talk about.